Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Dil Noreen's Online Islamic Institute. This is the Tafseer series. This will be the Tafseer of Surah 108, Surah Al-Kawthar, which translates into the abundance of blessings from God. As you see here, this is a very short surah. It is the shortest surah in the Quran with only 3 ayahs, but it holds deep meaning. Let's begin by reciting the surah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر. The main idea of this story is that it talks about the favors and blessings that Allah has bestowed on the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So even though Al-Kawthar refers to a river in Jannah, Al-Kawthar, it also includes all of the blessings and all of the abundance that Allah has given to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So what is Al-Kawthar? The specific river in paradise is called Al-Kawthar. It has a taste that is sweeter than water. It is whiter than milk, sweeter than honey, and it's a pond that's so big that its breadth and its width is the distance of 1 month's journey, meaning to get from one end to the other, it would take 1 month. So this is a huge river, a river that we can't imagine. Nothing like it exists in this world. But this is the abundance that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about, that there's so much goodness given to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this river will be given to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to drink from, and his ummah, his followers, will also get to drink from it. And the number of its vessels, meaning that the amount of cups, you can say, that it has are like the numbers of stars in the sky. Imagine how many stars there are in the sky. That's how many people can drink from this. And each cup is glowing and shining like the stars. And on the day of judgment, when there's not going to be any drink, no water, and it's going to be really hot, and everybody will be standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to answer for their deeds, it's going to be terrifyingly hot, and everybody's going to be thirsty. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his followers will get to drink from Al-Kawthar, and whoever drinks from it, even just a sip from one of these shining cups, they will never be thirsty again. So this is the blessing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So in the first ayah, we begin, إِنَّا أَعْطَيْنَاكَ الْكَوْثَرَ. Indeed, we have granted you, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Al-Kawthar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he has been giving a great blessing. It also focuses on reminding us that even though in this world sometimes we don't see the abundance, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us abundance in a different world. Perhaps Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saving all of our gifts for the hereafter. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ. And so because of that great abundance that is waiting for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the day of Qiyamah, because of that greatness, Allah tells him to pray to your Lord and sacrifice to him alone. So the surah was revealed at a time when Islam was first brought down, and Rasulullah ﷺ first started preaching to the Quraysh and to the people of Mecca. And they did not believe in him, and they made so much fun of him, and they humiliated him, and they had very few followers. There were very few Muslims at that time. And so in this world at that time, they had very little. They had nothing to eat because they were boycotted. So the Quraysh said that nobody can help the Muslims. They can't feed them. They can't buy anything. So they had no food. They had very few followers. So they were very, very little. And this is the point where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells them, we have given you Al-Kawthar. Don't be fooled by what you see around you. Yes, you may not right now. You don't have all the food. You have very few people around you. You don't have enough support. But Allah has given you Al-Kawthar. Allah has given you something bigger and great. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you in abundance. He's given you so much. So while you wait for that, just pray to Allah. Pray to your Rabb. And sacrifice to Him alone. So this is a sacrifice. When Rasulullah ﷺ and the Muslims are saying La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah in the face of the Quraysh who worship their gods and their idols, and they are arrogant in their power. They're so proud of themselves and they don't want to let go of their idols. Allah says you have to make this sacrifice because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who is going to give you in abundance. So don't worry about this small hardship right now, because there is something bigger and greater waiting for you. So while you wait, pray to your Lord and sacrifice to Him alone. So Rasulullah ﷺ faced a lot of hardship in this beginning time. So the surah was revealed again when that time came when the Muslims were very few and the enemies of Islam were a lot. There were a lot of people against the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his message. A lot of people who weren't willing to let go of their idol worship. And at this time, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he had a son named Ibrahim. And Ibrahim passed away when he was just a baby. He was very young. And Rasulullah ﷺ was very, very sad about this. Of course, because his child had just died. But on top of that, the Quraysh started making fun of him. And they said, oh, look at this. Your people of Mecca, so the people of Quraysh, his family, they have abandoned you. We don't give you food. We don't give you support. You have nothing. And now your son has passed away. So, nobody is going to remember you after you go. They said the message of Islam is just going to end now. Because look at this. You have no support from anybody. You have no sons. You have no children. So they thought that by having a son, the name will carry on. So this was just one of the incidences that also occurred when Surah Al-Kawthar was revealed. So they used to say that Rasulullah ﷺ and the Muslims, they are cut off. Meaning they're cut off from society because nobody wants to talk to them, nobody wants to support them. They are cut off from support. They don't have the money, they don't have food, they don't have even places to live. Many of them were kicked out of their houses. And now Rasulullah ﷺ also lost his son. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, remember, Allah is the one who gives. Don't fall into their words because Allah is the one who gives. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in this surah, the last ayah, Inna shani'aka huwal abtar. Indeed, it's your enemy is the one who is cut off. Those people who are making fun of you, they are the ones who are cut off. They are the ones who are not going to be remembered. They are the ones who will not get the abundance of blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has planned for the Muslims and for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We ask Allah to give us from the abundance of Al-Kawthar and make us amongst those who get to drink from that river with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ameen. Jazakallahu khair for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.